Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Greetings from China, and it's a great pleasure to be able to celebrate this special day with clinical engineers around the world. And I will be the moderator for today's conference, and my name is Meng from the Journal of China Medical Devices. And on behalf of the organizer of this conference, I would like to welcome all of you that joined us online today to celebrate the 7th Global Clinical Engineering Day. And welcome all the guest speakers today to share their valuable experiences with us. So to beginning with today's conference, let's start with the wishes we received from clinical engineers in China.
2015年，在中国杭州举办的首届国际临床工程与医疗技术管理大会上，来自5大洲20多个国家的60多位临床工程领军人物共同倡议下，将每年的10月21日定为国际临床工程日。自2016年起，每年10月21日的国际临床工程日成为全球临床工程师共同庆祝的节日。中国医疗设备杂志社联合国际医学与生物工程联合会临床工程部、国际临床工程联盟及国内多家行业学会、医院、大学等机构，共同举办国际临床工程全球学术大会，邀请国内外临床工程及医疗设备行业精英，弘扬世界各国临床工程师对改善人类健康所做贡献，搭建各国医工友们相互交流、分享平台，寰宇同庆。近年来，新冠疫情的爆发给人类带来巨大挑战的同时，也对临床工程师提出了更高的要求。我们也不断见证着，在抗疫过程中，医工同仁们通过自己的专业知识与技能，守护前线医护人员的安全，为患者得到及时有效的治疗，保驾护航。时光飞逝，今年我们迎来了第7个国际临床工程日。在此，来自中国的临床工程师们送上了他们真诚的节日祝福。
各位医工同行，我来自威海李口山医院，我在山东威海给大家送上真挚祝福。
我是来自新疆喀什地区第一人民医院医学装备科的工程师陈德勇，我在新疆喀什给大家送上最真挚的祝福。
我来自中国福利会国际和平妇幼保健院，
我是来自菏泽医专附属医院医学装备科的曹巧莲，
我是仪征市人民医院医学装备科的孙玲丽，我在江苏扬州为全球医工送上祝福。
我是科艺人激光科技牛鹏军，我在北京祝广大医工同仁们节日快乐。
我是来自天津医科大学肿瘤医院的王悦，
我是河南省人民医院医学装备部何丽君，我在河南为全球医工送上祝福。
我来自利康集团，我在上海给大家送上最真挚的祝福。
各位医工同行，我来自江苏省人民医院，
我是南通市第一人民医院设备处的陈勇，
我是河南省肿瘤医院医学装备部的孟令广。
我们是漳州市第3医院设备科，我们在漳州市为全球医工送上祝福。
我是联勤工商部队第909医院医学工程科的王先东。
我们是漳州振兴医院医工科。
我是利康集团售后工程师赵敬天。
传承医工精神，守护生命健康。今天是国际临床工程日，
在这里祝所有的医工们节日快乐。
我是利康集团售后工程师梁世国。
我是利康售后工程师吴新凯。
我们在上海给大家送上真挚祝福，
祝大家医工节快乐。
我是广东省佛山市中医院医学工程部的梁志杰。
我是徐州医科大学附属医院医学工程部的杨娜，我在江苏徐州为全球医工送上祝福。
我是来自济宁医学院附属医院物流中心的张燕，
我在广东佛山给大家送上真挚祝福，
祝各位同行节日快乐。
我们在公司集团总部为大家送上真挚祝福，
祝全球的临床工程师们
节日快乐！
节日快乐！
医工节快乐！
节日快乐！
节日快乐！
工节快乐！
我在河南，
我在广东佛山，
我在山东济宁，给大家送上诚挚祝福。
祝全球的临床工程师们，
祝大家医工节快乐！
也预祝2022年第7届国际临床工程师
全球学术大会取得圆满成功。
此刻，国际临床工程日庆祝的火炬在中国点燃，世界各国也在用自己的方式庆祝这个属于我们临床工程师们自己的节日。回顾过往，不忘初心，砥砺前行，锚定未来。让我们携手，共同谱写临床工程行业的新篇章。
Okay, I'm sure that you feel the same excitement from the Chinese New Year here with this special day. So now let's move on to the opening remarks. So first, we will have Mr. Li Bin. He's the chairman of the Chinese Society of Clinical Engineers. Welcome.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Greeting to clinical engineers in China and around the world. I'm Li Bin from Shanghai, China. Under the current special situation, as the chairman of Chinese Society of Clinical Engineering, it's my honor and pleasure to meet with the clinical engineers at home and abroad online to celebrate the Global Clinical Engineering Day. Time flies. In Hangzhou in 2015, we decided to set up the Global Clinical Engineering Day in October every year. This year marks the 7th Global Clinical Engineering Day. It's a very special and important day for us clinical engineers. From beginning of just one day celebration as Global Clinical Engineering Day, today it has expanded to Global Clinical Engineering Week. And more clinical engineers from all over the world have joined together for the celebration. In recent years, countries around the world have been faced with many challenges brought by the COVID-19 epidemic. At the same time, it's also an opportunity. Clinical engineers brought their professional knowledge and skills, protect doctors and nurses on the front line, and also provide a safe and proper medical equipment for patients to use in a timely manner. The clinical engineers gradually come to the spotlight. Each year, we have witnessed new breakthrough in the development of clinical engineering here in China and in the world. With the increased amount of hospitals and upgrading demand of the equipment, the requirement and the work focus of the clinical engineer team have been transformed from purchase and maintenance to quality control to the integration of information and technology, and the construction and innovation of the smart hospitals. In 2020, Chinese Association of Clinical Engineering launched a new project on the annual progress of Chinese top 10 medical engineering progress. Each year, we organized all expert members to recommend and sort out the new policy, new technology, new product, and new achievement in the field of medical engineering. From the top 10 progress of medical engineering in China, these 10 progress were published in the Journal of Chinese Medical Association and the Journal of Chinese Medical Device, which expanded the influence of clinical engineering in the medical field. The top one progress of last year is that with the introduction of the new national policy, more and more clinical engineers participated in the applied research of clinical evaluation and regulation science of medical device. The second progress is the establishment of the first expert committee on clinical use of medical device by the National Health Commission, and to promote the building of clinical engineer talent through the modern hospital management think tanks. The third one is to take the leader in the completing a number of national medical equipment standards and promote the development of medical industry. In addition, innovation, research, and development related to the medical equipment and the integration of the medicine and engineering become the focus and encouraged in the medical industry. With the emergence of the new technology, how to better promote qualified clinical engineers, a proper body of knowledge and training certification system are particularly important. In the progress of globalization, global clinical engineering jointly together face the challenge of epidemic and rush in the opportunities of the digital technology era. The international exchange and cooperation will remain an indispensable part. Our CSCE's vision is being the leader of China clinical engineering, the guardian of the healthcare technology application, the facilitator of the international academic exchange and cooperation. In recent years, we have been communicating and cooperation with the international professional association organizations in the field of the clinical engineers, such as FBECD, GCEA, and ACCE. Through online conference and other forms, I'm also very pleased to see our guest speaker from abroad include our old friends Dr. Yadin David, Mr. Tom Judd, Mrs. Caliroy Stefano, and Professor Dan Clark to share their valuable experience with us at today's conference. The dialogue that we have later this morning, I believe through the expert from home and abroad to discuss the development of the industry will inspire new thoughts and ideas. And having the C-Talk section provide a stage from clinical engineers to share their experience and thought in the hope to give more voice from China to the world. With a joint effort of everyone, the future is promising. I would like to thank colleagues and friends from all over the world and join us online today. I wish great success of the conference and a happy Global Clinical Engineering Day. You and me, we are family. Together, we can make it better. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Libin. And now let's welcome Dr. Yadin David. He's the editor-in-chief of Global Clinical Engineering Journal and also the interim president of Global Clinical Engineering Alliances. Welcome.
Hi, I'm delighted to be here today on this very special occasion, celebration of the global clinical engineering contribution to the improvement of healthcare. From Houston, Texas, from the medical center here next to my office, I'm giving you all the greeting of North America to you, my friends and colleagues in China. Not only I'm bringing you the greeting of the Texas Medical Center in North America, but I'm also would like to bring you the greeting and celebration, congratulation on this special day from the Global Clinical Engineering Alliance, a special organization that you all should be becoming member of it pretty soon. You know, the Global Clinical Engineering Day actually evolved and grew unbelievable from the early part 2015 in Hangzhou, where we started it in China, to, as you can see, in 2020, where we have 50 countries participating, 2021, 128 countries joining, in addition to China. And this year, today, this week, I hope that we will break the record and have many more countries participating. It's evolution that took us from a day of celebration to a week. That's how much participation we get, and that's how much contribution we are making every day, every corner around the world. Not only the Global CE Day is a celebration, but we also take the opportunity every 2 years to run the Global CE Summit, Global Clinical Engineering Summit. Again, started in October 2015 in Hangzhou, and you can see we had 15 countries participating, including Adriana Velasquez from World Health Organization, to 30 countries in 2017, and to 48 countries in 2019. I hope that we will see continued evolution as we saw in 2021, already reaching 51 countries. We are moving, we as a profession, moving from being in the basement and the back office to the front point of care, an equal participant and being part of the team. And as you can see, understanding the global health technology challenges and issue, especially learning from the COVID-19, we need to rethink how technology-related strategies are applied in hospital, medical center, as well as in manufacturing and service industry. Around the world, the state of good health and wellness with timely access to quality health care is becoming an expectation of everyone, anywhere around the world, not just the few. Everyone wants to be able to be cared by the best care possible. So therefore, healthcare systems are facing tremendous challenges. Pandemic COVID-19 shows us that those challenges have been unmet, and we have to be better prepared and better understand the global relationship of what the impact is on our country, on our province, and on our individual hospital. We're not an island anymore, and we're dependent on each other. Actually, the dependency of healthcare delivery system on technology for the delivery of its services reached an all-time high, and it's projected to continue to grow higher and higher, as I will show you in the next few slides. Therefore, we need to be prepared. The global market of medical devices is not a small task. It's a major industry. The technology is global while healthcare is local. As you can see, about half of the global medical device manufacturing and market consumable are in the US, but Europe and Asia, including China, are consuming the other part, with Africa and South America not far behind. Maybe the most important point that I want to share with you on this introductory message is that the clinical engineers are moving further into the point of care, becoming more equal member of the team care health. And in this example, in this robotic surgery, you can see the surgeon who used to be next to the table, next to the patient, is moving back to the workstation, where the instruments, the mechanics, the intelligence, the embedded software, and electronic system are all dependent on the ability of the engineer to design, implement, and maintain it properly. Just a couple of weeks ago, in an article that an engineer who became an orthopedic surgeon published, he pointed specifically, Dr. Gomberg, about the future. And if you look at the bottom of the slide, where I highlighted a bit in yellow, you can see that what he is saying that in the future, we will most certainly move into the real robotic age when surgery takes full advantage of the robot's speed, precision, and accuracy, and the surgeon transition into the manager of the robot using augmented reality and user interface principles proven to be work just like we adopted in aviation. And in this capacity, that's a key point. In this capacity, the robot will be the surgeon of the future. And therefore, if a robot is a surgeon, the clinical engineer is so much more dependent upon to make sure that this robot is operating appropriately. There is so much knowledge, so much standards, so much benchmark that we need to become familiar with and maintain up to date, not only to know about all those documents, but also participate in its creation, be part of the committee that is working on those, and require that we will continually be involved in professional development and understand the impact when we are not fully knowledgeable of all those benchmarks. The Institute of Medicine published a report about 20 years ago called To Err is Human, and said that we must learn from mistake and errors, not say, oh, thank God nothing happened, but learn from mistakes and make sure the system is more robust, more prepared, and designed better. As Albert Einstein said, the significant problem we face cannot be solved at the same level of thinking we were at when we created them. We need to jump a step higher. And that's true for us as well. It's not just a matter of what happened in China. It's not just a matter of what happened in North America or in Europe or in Africa or in South America. But medical errors are global issues. And as you can see in this slide, even with all the protection, still having barcode on bottle of milk in neonatology where the mother served the food for the baby, the wrong bottle was used. And the World Health Organization stated that 1 in every 4 patients is harmed while receiving primary and ambulatory care. 1 in every 4 patients. That's tremendously high. As a matter of fact, 134 million adverse event occurs every year in hospital just in low income and middle income countries. Therefore, this impact we need to learn from and be there to prevent and mitigate it. I want to take this opportunity and share with you that this celebration must be based on evidence and knowledge, and it's your job to participate in publishing your experience and your understanding of best practices. There is no other international journal that better fit for this publication to take place. You all should be submitting manuscript to the Global Clinical Engineering Journal. And here is the website, globalce.org. This is volume 5 we're in, and we hope to see you publish in the next few issue of this journal. So with that, I would like to thank you and make sure that we all get gathered together in the village of clinical engineering and celebrate all the contribution everybody is making every day in the 4 corners of the world, and say, thank you, China, for initiating the celebration, not only today, but back in 2015, when the tradition started. And I hope that we will have a chance to have a glass of wine together pretty soon in person. And until then, thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Yadin. So now let's welcome Mr. Shi Jiahai, and he's the Vice President of the Affiliated Hospital of Nantong University.
尊敬的各位专家，海内外的各位医工同道们，大家上午好。 在这秋高气爽的金秋10月，党的20大隆重召开之际，我们迎来了第7届国际临床工程日的庆典。世界各地的临床工程领域专家精英在线上相聚，共同庆祝属于我们医工自己的节日。在此，我谨代表本次大会的主办方，代表南通大学附属医院，并以我个人的名义对各位的参与表示最热烈的欢迎和最诚挚的问候。临床工程融合了临床医学、现代工程技术及信息技术，是医疗机构开展诊疗、教学、科研工作的基础和条件。目前，随着医疗技术的发展，医院的设备日益复杂，迫切需要大量的医学工程人员，特别是复合型的临床工程技术人员，从事医院设备的操作、使用、维护、功能开发和技术管理，最大程度的保证医院设备在临床使用过程中的安全性和有效性。在此背景下，临床工程的发展显得尤为重要。同时，随着互联网的不断发展，世界临床工程学科正稳步向前，人工智能等新技术的应用也为临床工程带来了新的机遇和挑战。中国临床工程行业的发展得到了政府政策的大力支持，开始逐渐与国际接轨，实现助力医疗行业快速发展。这和大家在推动行业发展方面所做出的努力和贡献息息相关。独学而无友，则孤陋而寡闻；勤学而交流，则博学而睿智。交流是知识持续鲜活的法宝，也是学术不断创新的阶梯。今天我们也非常有幸地邀请到了几位外国友人，他们是国际临床工程联盟主席、美国临床工程师协会创始人、首任主席亚丁 David， 国际医学与生物工程联合会临床工程部前任主席 Tom Judd， 英国诺丁汉大学医院临床工程部主任 Dan Clark， 为我们带来了国际临床工程师们的经验分享，并对临床工程领域的发展方向与面临的挑战展开交流。我相信通过本次论坛的交流与分享，临床工程必将有一个更好更快的发展的未来。最后再次祝大家国际临床工程日快乐，预祝大会取得圆满成功。谢谢。
Thank you, Mr. Shi Jiahai. And now let's welcome Mr. Jing Dong, the president of the Journal of China Medical Devices. Welcome.
尊重的全球医工专家们以及好医工 APP 线上的各位观众、各位听众朋友们，大家好，我是来自中国医疗设备杂志社的金东。作为本次庆典活动以及中国地区的主办方代表，我很荣幸的通过互联网线上直播的方式，与来自世界各地五湖四海的临床工程师们共同庆祝这个属于我们自己的节日。直到今天呢，我还能清晰地回忆起2015年10月21号在杭州举办的首届国际临床工程与医疗技术管理大会上，由世界卫生组织和戴维·亚丁博士以及来自全球20多个国家的60多位临床工程的领军专家们，大家共同创立这个节日的时候的特殊的激动心情。那么从此每年的10月21号，我们都会与全球的医工同道们欢聚一堂，共同庆祝分享在过去的1年里大家取得的成就和经验。中国医疗设备杂志社于1986年创刊至今，已经走过了漫长的36个岁月，本着融合医学与工程、服务医疗与设备的办刊宗旨，始终致力于推动医学工程、医疗设备、耗材与移动互联网平台的创新与共享。中国医疗设备杂志社激励之所举，众志之所为， 始终坚持锐意进取、跨越发展。截止至目前，杂志社已经在全国33个省、直辖市和37个地市成立了64个临床工程的编辑委员会和60个医学影像技术的编辑委员会，并且和17家医院合作成立了培训中心，在8000多家医院发展了1.8万多名中国医疗设备行业数据研究员。中国医疗设备杂志社正在成为服务于医工、医师、医护、医技和医院基建人员，围绕着医疗器械的新产品、新技术、新方法的管用买卖修建的服务平台。在时代的大潮下，杂志社已从一家国家级的学术期刊转型为一家医疗学术媒体的互联网平台。中国医疗设备杂志社借助好医工 APP 链接行业价值，汇聚行业智慧，整合行业资源，帮助边缘地区和医院科室基层人员打破学习和交流的瓶颈。从2019年正式官宣至今，好医工 APP 已经实现了220多万医生下载使用，占全国注册医生的55%。那么医工呢，5.6万多人下载使用，占全国设备科人员的92%。那么下载人员呢，已经覆盖了15600多家医院，日活现在8000多人。那么每年的好医工 APP 呢，主办各种学术会议呢1000多场，已经成为医疗领域的头部移动互联网平台。那么在好医工 APP 上呢，我们还开设了国际频道，与 IFMBE、CED 和 GCED 等国际临床工程的学术组织，将国外临床工程相关的会议视频、资料等第一时间分享给国内的医工同道们。未来，好医工 APP 将与中国与世界医工们互动学习，成为一个共同交流的平台。最后，再次感谢全国医工同仁为本次论坛的辛苦付出，感谢大家长期以来对医工事业发展做出的不懈努力与贡献。好医工愿意全国医工一道携手共进，共同推动医学事业的高质量跨越发展。最后，中国在此祝全世界的医工朋友们国际临床工程日节日快乐！谢谢大家。